Okay, yes. The video has been sent to me like fucking 20 times. We will watch that video. Okay, sure. Fine. So people stop fucking sending it to me. Jesus Christ. Okay. I only sent it once last week. 3 different people sent it to me on Discord as well. You are one of many who have sent it to me. Okay, let's watch the video. VTuber's obsession with anime, a stolen art style. Uh-huh. I've watched one of this guy's videos before. I think I've subbed on the main channel. Let's check it out then.
In 2007, a company called Krypton Future Media would go on to release a voice synthesizer software codenamed CV01. While developing the software, Krypton decided that to reach more people and generate more sales,
okay, Vocaloid. Yeah, okay.
the software would need some kind of marketable image.
Yeah,
or
this is how Miku was born.
mascot.
Yeah.
So they
That fucking...
would need some kind of marketable image or identity.
When this happened, man, the internet kind of, look at this. 150,000 likes. The internet exploded when the Vatican had a fucking anime mascot.
So they set out to find an artist that would work best with them, eventually landing on a manga artist by the name of Kei Garo. While designing said mascot for Krypton, Kei was provided basically no supervision as to how to design this character. The only 2 design directions that he was given was
New
that
Pope is
1,
American, yes,
this
I'm aware.
character had to be an android, and 2, it had to include the color turquoise. Aside from that, Kei pretty much had free reign to design this character as he saw fit. And while there were plenty of prototype designs, eventually what was settled on by Krypton was one of Kei's earlier drafts. 2 turquoise twin tails, try saying that 5 times fast, with a gray and black outfit with even more turquoise highlights. And it's here Hatsune Miku would be born. A character that would surpass her purpose of being a mascot for a voice synthesizer software and would become one of the biggest...
Imagine you're like making this software back in the early 2000s, right? You never think that one day there is going to be a fucking Miku concert. Like, this is just the mascot for your software. You would never have thought that one day, like, there will be people that know Miku but don't know your software, that have no idea of the context where the character came from. I still don't get Vocaloid. So imagine GarageBand. Have you ever used like a music synthesizer program? A GarageBand, Reaper, anything like that. Because it is that with voice. To me, they all sound like shit. They sound very obviously synthetic. I'd rather hear Neuro sing. That's fair. There is a lot of like tuning you can do to the voice to make it not sound bad, but a lot of people kind of want the synthetic Miku voice. Like there are lots of songs out there where they don't do that. But that's like part of the Miku aesthetic.
Pop culture icons in the world. Like, seriously, she was on Letterman once. Look at this confused old man. He does not know what to do here. Someone please come get their confused grandpa. But even though Miku has been tearing up the music scene for almost 18 years now, what hasn't changed is her overall design. Doesn't matter what version of her you're looking at, it's always a variation of that iconic twin tail original. She's known for this look. So much so, I have plenty of friends who aren't into Vocaloid call her that anime computer girl, which is really funny because every time they say that, I'm just reminded of that Squidward meme where he's going, it's not called Speed Up or TikTok version, it's called a Nightcore, and you put an anime girl on the
maybe this is a hot take, I don't know. I cannot fucking stand Nightcore. Nightcore is the worst... Okay. Nightcore is the worst genre of music where the aim is to be Nightcore. Where the aim is to be like a genre of music. Because there are some genres of music where the goal is not to be good. like construction. You know, I'm gonna make one up, and it probably exists. Construction core, probably a thing. I don't know, but like there are genres of music where the goal is to sound bad, but of the things where the goal is to sound like actual music, fucking sucks. The true aim is to avoid copyright. Now that is the actual truth. Yes.
Thumbnail. And it doesn't matter what kind of music Miku finds herself to be in, from existential alt J-rock tracks to the most colorful hyperpop songs. The one constant is Miku and her iconic design. As Yunsen et al. Cites, quote,
Racing
Krypton
Miku
has become tasked with forming a universal Miku, something that anyone can understand as a common identity for the singer. Her features are just as important as the music itself. It's a universally identifying aesthetic. It doesn't matter which Vocaloid artist you listen to, what's important to Krypton is that you know this is Miku.
Yeah.
And this idea of a universal aesthetic is really interesting to me because I have this weird theory that the otaku subculture has gone through the same thing. As anime gets more and more popular, being an anime fan isn't just about watching.
There is definitely, I don't know where he's going to go with this, but there is definitely a, there is like a lot of samey looking characters, and yeah, yes, there's a lot of unique designs, but like if especially if you look at a game like Genshin or like any Hoyo game, you start to realize that everyone kind of looks the same.
Anime and reading manga anymore, but rather it's become this thing you experience outside of that. Giving anime hot takes, standing your waifu and husbando, calling each other's taste trash, even being a self-admitted degenerate gooner are seen as universal experiences
Absolutely.
of the modern-day anime fan.
Great
aesthetic.
anime.
Like Hatsune Miku, there seems to be a common identity on what it means to be a degenerate weeb. People just find it more fun to engage with the aesthetics of an anime fan.
Be cringe. I do kind of wish anime was less popular than it is now. I kind of wish we could go back to anime being niche. What does degenerate gooner mean? Is there a normal gooner? Wait, I just know. wait. So, hold up.
Degenerate weeb. People just find it more fun to engage with the aesthetics of an anime fan.
Did someone just drag their mum along? Oh, that's fucking hilarious. They look very out of place. They do. So, okay, a normal gooner, you know, someone who will watch porn, someone who maybe they'll watch a little hentai, they're gonna be spicy. This is a degenerate gooner. You are watching them right now.
Rather than anime itself. And that's what my weird theory is, that the online anime culture has essentially been aestheticized. And to better explain,
that is a really nice
anime
Itasha.
culture has essentially been aestheticized. And to better explain my crackpot theory, I'm gonna have to critique VTubers.
That fucking holy shit! That fucking stream! Oh god! The fucking Choco and Mel milking stream is wild. Idols, by the way, true.
Hello, handsome. What a day, huh? You look lonely. I can fix that.
Konnichiwa.
So I don't really need to explain what a VTuber is. You've
No, what's a
definitely
VTuber?
seen them before somewhere. Your favorite content creator either is or has definitely
Goober.
collabed with a VTuber.
Oh,
somewhere. Your favorite
speaking of Goober. Just in case you've somehow missed the memo. What's her Twitter handle? Same Kosoba. Yeah. Just in case you missed the memo. I like how she's skipping the whole everyone's gonna just never use her actual name, and she's like, yeah, you know what? My name is Saba. Like everyone's calling me Summer before. I'm just Saba now. Just like let's just like skip the pretense. You know what the deal is here. And yes, I did see that Senzawa updated her description as well. Absolutely fucking base description. And like just in case it wasn't clear, like she's done everything in her power to make it very clear who she is. Have you had a look at who she is following? So we have Namie, who is Sana. We have Yuki Sakana. Nimi. Doobie. Nachaneko is Guru's mama. Yeah, like every single possible thing that she can do, except for say who she is. Literally every single thing to make it crystal clear who she is without saying, I am Goober.
Content creator either is or has definitely collabed with a VTuber. And the YouTube algorithm is definitely not afraid to recommend you them. But I find VTubers really interesting because they're a good case study of the aestheticization of anime. For example,
Do you prefer Chibi Nimi or I don't know. Like I think both models are great. Honestly, I think Chibi Nimi kind of matches her energy more.
seeing as how VTubing as a trend originated in Japan, it made the most sense for VTubing companies to use aesthetic elements that would vibe the most with potential fans that would watch VTubers, those being otakus. In a paper by Ferreira et al., they say that, quote, VTubers have incorporated...
I'm sorry, did someone write a research paper on VTubers?
In the paper by Ferreira...
What? Is this their, like, PhD thesis? Is that what this is? That's actually fucking based.
Et al., they say that, quote, VTubers have incorporated several elements that dialogue with the otaku subculture, elements like the moe and kawaii subculture, and consistently use the aesthetic characteristics that are derived from them. Characteristics like soft eyes, colored hair, animal features, and the most hilarious one, very young profiles in the range between 10 and 15 years old. And if
what about Crony? We cannot forget about Crony.
you've never written a dissertation, just know that you kind of need to justify what you write. You can't just pull examples out of your ass with no proof. So these poor researchers had to explain what a lolly was to...
Oh, what a fucking mess that would be.
a group of professors that were at least 20 to 30 years older than them. Shit is wild when you think about that. Like, no, sir. She's ironically acting like a 10-year-old for profit. And I know it's easy to go, no shit, the people from the country that created anime and manga would use the anime and manga aesthetic to market themselves, but it actually does go a bit deeper than that. Because in a paper titled The Digital Won't Let Me...
Okay, so just came from my job. The policy had messed up so bad we had to copy all tables with filters and drop the DB. Took us all night. Lena has a Moe model, but yeah, her main model doesn't Look model. Her main model looks like a horror character.
Go analysis of the public's perception and interaction with VTubers, it says that part of the reason why VTubing started this way was because of how familiar these aesthetic elements can be. It says, quote, the possibility of interacting with these cheerful-looking virtual girls attracts the attention of groups of young men and women because it awakens feelings of identification, comfort, and curiosity because it interconnects with otaku concepts. Watchers of these kind of VTubers already have a preconceived idea of what they would be into. Your avatar's anime. I watch anime.
Every time I fucking see that GTA scene and a VTuber, every fucking time, that scene, every time.
Monkey Brain tells me it's safe to assume that you watch anime too and would be familiar with the same things as I am. Even if that specific VTuber doesn't watch as much anime as a viewer, or doesn't watch it at all, for some, just appearing as anime is enough to put their foot through the door to come in and watch. And the thing is, I can actually prove this works a bit, but to do that, I'm gonna have to expose myself.
Oh no!
I don't really know when I'll use these poses, but it's just B footage. I guess I can just keep them around for now. Doesn't really matter when I'll use them. Okay, pose 19. What's pose 19? Ryan Gosling?
Oh no!
So if you're new to my channel, you're probably wondering what the fuck you're currently looking at. Like, who the fuck is this bitch? Why is she staring at my
Yeah, you know,
soul?
I asked that exact question. What the fuck is... what is this character?
Popping a mean squat. Also, why is she at a church? Is this a kink thing? And to that
Probably.
I say,
Yes.
God, I wished. But the real answer is that this is a frame of my custom character from the game Code Vein that I use in parts of my video. Essentially, she's a poor man's VTuber. So when I started my channel 3 years ago, I thought it'd be really fitting to have an anime-styled mascot.
I should
for
play
a
Code Vein
channel
at
that
some
was
point.
all about anime video essays. But seeing as how VTubing rigs are mad expensive and that I'd have to join the cartel to...
Whoa, they're mad expensive to get a good one. You can get something cheap and garbage for, like, not that much.
One, I had to do the next best thing. I was playing Code Vein at the time, and I had the bright idea of using the in-game camera feature to record my character as B-roll footage. It's not just a really easy way to pad out my videos, especially when I don't know what to put on screen, but it's also a really good way for me to generate engagement. Like, I always get comments asking, hey, who's that anime girl? To which I don't reply, which encourages them to ask again, padding out my engagement algorithm even more. It's not the problem.
Respect!
It's the rig that matters, lads. It's how you use it. But this engagement is derived from those previously mentioned feelings. Because I guarantee you the people asking these questions are probably anime fans that simply went, ooh, anime girl. Or we're that easy, okay? You put anime on anything, we'll probably buy it. And this contextless use of anime attraction is a real tactic.
Jesus Christ,
actually.
ZZZ
It's
is
called
crazy.
Okuseki, or statelessness. This is a term used to describe characters in Japanese media whose cultural features are essentially blurred. Characters that say they're of a foreign culture, but whose design and situation doesn't really convey that culture. A really good example of this, actually, is Iron Mouse. And I know she's Puerto Rican, and she's mentioned this plenty of time on her streams, but visually, you can argue that she's Mukokuseki. Her VTuber avatar is a demon girl whose design is inspired neither by devils from Catholic lore, nor by the Oni from the Shinto faith. Her design also doesn't visually reference her Puerto Rican heritage. She caters to an
Unless she feels like it. Well, sometimes she feels like it.
international English-speaking audience, but her visuals and performances are rooted in aesthetics that we've established originate from Japanese otaku subcultures. She's a Puerto Rican, streaming in English, using Japanese-inspired visuals, performing as a fictional devil girl. A lot of her cultural signifiers are crisscrossing each other, but are never coming into focus. She embodies the aesthetic and idea
Jesus
of anime,
Christ, that fucking
not
anime.
the industry
Holy
or culture
shit.
that created it. As Regis et al. Says in their paper, quote, while a lot of VTubers
Mrs.
are not
Worldwide.
necessarily rooted in Japan, most of the time they exhibit kawaii aesthetics and visual appeal. And that is what my crackpot theory is, that anime has essentially transcended into a vibe. These tropes and cliches that once were confined to
Vibe anime.
shows that you watch are now tangible things. Things that anyone can pull from to market and
Holy
promote
shit,
tangible
that is an
things.
old...
Things that
That is a very old Zen model. Holy... That's gonna be like 3-4 years ago, hey.
anyone can pull from to market and promote themselves. Otaku aesthetics are no longer an exclusive thing for anime fans. Because of how wide and varied the VTubing genre is, I guarantee you there are VTubers that tap into that anime aesthetic bubble, yet they don't watch a lick of anime. The internet, and by extension VTubing companies, has essentially commodified the aesthetic of
You want a good example of that? And it caused her problems when she first started? Camilla. Back when Camilla first started streaming, she got into a lot of drama because she she started shit with a certain subculture of anime. Yeah, she tried to start drama with Shondo, yeah. Because she had no idea about this aesthetic. The Imp? Is that... I don't care what anyone's VTuber lore is. Is that what her lore is? Also, this is a great anime. You should go watch it. VTuber Legend is so fucking good.
anime. And if it seems I'm a bit gatekeepy, I really am not trying to be.
You should be. Gatekeep harder.
Apologize for that. It's just really crazy that as someone who's been watching anime since high school, which was during the 2010s, the way people engaged with it has evolved from this...
See what you're doing in your fucking bedroom.
Oh my fucking god, he was a fan of Podtaku. Oh my god. Okay, I like the... Yeah. Absolute fucking based. Based Podtaku enjoyer. Let's find out. You know what? Let's find out what year that's from. Podtaku Ep 5. Holy.
Warning. The following audio may contain coarse language and other material that may not be suitable for a younger audience. Listener discretion is advised. Also, we may spoil everything and anything, so you have been warned.
I haven't heard this in so long! Did I just time travel? Yeah. This was from 12 years ago. December 29th, 2012. Holy... No, Podtaku ended like fucking a decade ago. Wait. There's Gigok.
Warning! The following audio may contain...
Warning! Warning!
Warning! The following audio may contain coarse language and other material that may not be suitable for a younger audience. Viewer discretion is advised.
Warning! Yeah, it ended 9 years ago. There you go. Oh, man. Man, some of these Outer Noah Zero discussion. Oh, 2014 fall. Madoka. Oh my god. Killer Kill. This is when Killer Kill aired. This is when Log Horizon and Space Dandy were new. Oh, right, there was a fucking episode on Shimbo. That was a good episode as well. If you want to go back in time and just experience what the, like, mid-2000s were like of anime, this is such a fucking time capsule. Go watch it. It's so good.
Yes, Holden. Because of that, Santa did not get me my much wanted...
Is this what is by a trash taste? Well, we have Grant right here. Trash Taste isn't even an anime podcast. Yeah, this is back when Gigok actually watched anime.
copy of your cassette.
Actually, to be fair, he's the only one on Trash Taste that does watch anime.
Hey, welcome to my first anime review, and today I'll be reviewing Bleach. need to be shorter, and there are reasons why being long isn't inherently bad in and of itself. The reason people have a problem with a lot of shonen
Into this.
Germany!
Oh god.
Gonna be covered in a fresh layer. This is disgusting. Why am I saying that?
No, you heard me fart. Now I'll never be married.
Now, I know not all VTubers watch anime, and there's this whole subset of VTubers that don't engage with the stereotypical anime.
You know what? What I will say is I do kind of like the VTubers who go and do their own thing. Like, they don't go and do the anime thing. Like, if you don't watch anime, you don't need to be like an anime VTuber. You can do something else fucking stupid. And honestly, something else fucking stupid is going to make you stand out so much more than being another generic anime girl.
Aesthetic. And there's nothing wrong with this. And I actually do like
Like
that
a
because
gun.
visual diversity is always good. And if everything was anime, honestly, it would be very, very boring. But for some, the idea of VTubing is intrinsically tied to its anime origins. If you go to the virtual YouTubers subreddit, you'll actually find plenty of people asking, hey, do I need to know anime if I stream as a VTuber? And the answers are just people going, nah, bruh, fuck anime. Now, whether or not something
True.
being commodified into an aesthetic is a good thing is...
Chibi Dogi looks like the product of inbreeding, so she stands out. Yeah, she's a special case.
You to decide. I'm only here to explore. But what I will say is that this is a sign of the times. There's this idea...
Mudang is gonna grow up and eat someone, and it's gonna become some giant news story. Just wait for it to happen. Hippos are fucking terrifying.
With some really misguided anime fans that anime has to be this underground and underrated thing, and that it's a mistake for it to go mainstream. But VTubing...
I feel called out right now.
is a sign of the times. There's this idea with some really misguided anime fans that anime has to be this underground and
I
underrated
feel
thing,
so called out right now.
and that it's a mistake for it to go mainstream. But VTubing shows this shit will be and has been everywhere. You can't stop anime from becoming mainstream, let alone the idea of it. You're Delulu if you think you can. VTubers have genuinely
Oh
helped a
no,
lot
I've given
in
up on it. I wish it didn't happen, but I've given up.
normalizing an aesthetic that was once seen as this art form associated with nerds and weirdos. I mean, it still kinda is.
No,
it's more
it's really not.
ironic now. And wishing to undo years of normalization because of the vague good old days is just
The
crazy.
good old days were nice.
Times are changing. The wind rises with anime. It's best that we go along with it. That said, though, stereotypes exist for a reason. Anime fans can be a bit degenerate sometimes,
Good.
so out of pure curiosity, I actually looked up how much Rule 34 there was of Hollow Live. And, oh my god, people want to these characters. I wonder if I'm on here. Wait, let me check.
Yes.
Aw,
Oh.
kinda sad at that. Get on it, internet.
That was a good video. That was a really good video, as always. I wasn't sure where it was going to go. With that title, I really did not know where I was going to go, but that was actually phenomenal. Now people will stop spamming it. Well, they'll stop spamming it when I upload the clip. That's when they'll stop spamming it. Until then, it is never, ever, ever going to end.